Hello and welcome to your new favorite paranormal podcast. I am your host, Kevin Leonard, and with me again this week is Seth Converse. How you doing, Seth?
Doing great, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. Glad to have you back.
Always good to be back.
I always feel like when we're like doing this, I should look like this. That way in the on the screen it looks like I'm looking at you. Kind of like the Brady
Oh,
Bunch.
yeah. I'm always looking at you, but you're always right here.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I have like my screen here and the camera here, so
oh, yeah.
yeah.
I always keep my camera right here.
But yeah. So
I,
anyway,
I
I
can
just
weird people out like this. Like, look straight into
a
it.
disclaimer in case I start skipping and stuttering more than usual. It's storming here. So we have whatever storms just went through, what was it, Alabama and stuff, causing like the tornadoes. I hope everyone's okay. They finally made their way to southeast Georgia. So internet's kind of shoddy. But yeah, there is my disclaimer.
Yeah. It's actually going to be this will be I think, a second outbreak we've had so far this year. And there's going to continue to be some more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just the way the patterns are set up this year. It's a lot of Dixie Alley stuff. So should
So
be fun.
Uh, not much going on in the realm of paranormal news this week. Oh yeah. There was that time that Aaron Goodwin of Ghost Adventures. What do you think about that? Uh,
Oh, way back when his wife tried to hire somebody to kill him.
yeah. Yeah, poor guy.
What?
Poor guy. Like Ghost Adventures, hate Ghost Adventures. This is, I've never met the man, but he seems like a good guy. He was always my favorite on Ghost Adventures whenever we watched it.
Same.
Um, but so I have the story pulled up here. This is from TMZ. Apparently this happened last fall, but the news just broke. Ghost Adventures, Aaron Goodwin. Cops say wife tried hiring hitman to have him killed. Uh, So the wife of Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin got busted in a murder for hire plot, and cops say she tried to pay a hitman to knock off her husband. Victoria Goodwin was arrested last week and booked on two charges: solicitation to commit murder and conspiracy to commit murder, after police said she hatched a plan to kill Aaron while he was filming his show with Zach Bagans. Uh, there's that skipping and stutter. Skipping. That's gonna be a new word.
Skipping. I'm all about it.
According
It's
to
like
their
elevensies.
Yeah. According to the arrest report obtained by TMZ, cops say Victoria was messaging an inmate in a Florida prison about getting out of her marriage to Aaron when she asked, quotations, "Am I a bad person because I chose to end his existence, not divorce?" Unquote. Police say Victoria provided info about Aaron's location and filming times in California where he was filming Ghost Adventures. Cops say Aaron's wife set aside 11,515 to pay the alleged hitman. They say the inmate she was communicating with messaged a guy about the alleged plot. He's asleep right now in the hotel room. I need to know what's going on. Can I get an update? Was it done? This allegedly happened back in October, and Aaron is still very much alive, though it's unclear what went down with the alleged hitman, but cops claim there were specific messages about a 2,500 upfront payment. That is insane. I mean, first it was a ghost apparently ruined his marriage, and now his wife put a hit in for him. I mean,
Yeah.
that that's sad and
Th-
scary.
It's so sad because when they confronted him about it, he's like, I thought I was in a happy marriage. Like, I thought everything was cool. Like, can you imagine just thinking yeah, oh, yeah, we're great together. And
Right,
then she's hiring somebody to kill you.
right. And
The thing,
when the go ahead.
the thing that I found funny, not funny about it, but I was just like,
Right.
it's such a specific number. $11,515.
Yeah, where was that tax?
Right? Or I mean, I don't know. Like, was she like, I'll give you $11,000. And he was like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
I need 11,515
And 15.
SAT
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
99 cents. I don't know. Like, but
Yeah.
it's such a weird number.
And when the news broke, they would post like, the videos or whatever of him and his wife doing things, and they seem so happy and stuff. And
Mhm.
you just, I don't know, I guess you don't know people. I mean, I do
He,
feel bad for him. Thank God that he's okay. Um, I mean, I don't know how he is mentally right now. I mean,
oh, right.
that's got to
I mean,
do,
dude's got to have a good life insurance policy or something.
got
Like,
to. I
why
mean,
else? Why else would you just not go
right,
divorced?
right. I mean, even then, she would be set if they
Oh
got
yeah,
divorced.
yeah, she'd have alimony or whatever and
But
all that.
it's just, it's sad. So I know Aaron's a good, he loves the podcast and everything. So, Aaron, we wish you the best, man. Stay safe and keep your head up. Um, can't wait to have you on the show.
For sure, man. No, we're with you.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I mean, that is a very, very sad, and crazy story. And we do wish Aaron the best and everybody, all his friends and family, just, stay with them and keep your head up.
Yep.
So, how about this? I thought this was very interesting. Scientists freeze light. Researchers discover a rare state of matter where it flows like liquid but holds shape like a solid. Have you heard about that?
I have not, but that sounds very interesting.
A team of Italian scientists has found a way to make light act like a supersolid, a rare state of matter. Their discovery, published in Nature Journal on March 5th, could change how we understand the behavior of light. What is a supersolid, you may ask? A supersolid is salad. A supersolid is a special
Super.
type of matter that flows like a liquid but has a solid-like structure. Until now, scientists have only seen this state in extremely cold gases. This new experiment proves that light can also behave this way. As reported by Newsweek, physicist Antonio Gianfate of CNR Nanotech and David uh, Nigro of the University of Pavia wrote, "This is only the beginning of understanding a super solidity." So how did scientists freeze light? Normally, when a liquid freezes, its molecules slow down and arrange themselves in a solid form. But in this experiment, researchers worked with temperatures near absolute zero where strange quantum physics appear. Absolute zero is the lowest possible temperature where all wow, molecular words, molecular motion stops. It is defined as 0 Kelvin or negative 273.15 degrees Celsius or negative 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, atoms have minimal energy and matter behaves in unusual ways, such as forming Bose-Einstein condensates. While scientists cannot reach absolute zero exactly, they can get extremely close in laboratory conditions.
Can
So
you repeat everything you just said for me?
I'd rather not. I could, but I'm gonna choose not to.
You
Those
might get
were
it better the second round. I don't know.
or worse. But yeah. So apparently the scientists can freeze light. I mean, that's crazy. I
I,
thought that was I thought that was interesting.
I'm trying to think of something interesting to say about it, being that this is a podcast, but I'm just
Yeah,
kind of like in awe about it right now. Like that
yeah,
is just, I'm trying to make sense of it, like being feasible
yeah,
in my head. And yeah, that's the kind of stuff you read and you just sit there and stare into space for
yeah.
like 45 minutes, just going, huh?
And when science makes breakthroughs like that or technological leaps, it makes AI and robots scarier, I think.
Okay, all
You
right, a
know?
little bit. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, because if they're able to do stuff like freezing light, then what can they do with AI and other parts of technology,
yeah.
robots
Yep,
and stuff. I
yep.
mean, it's
Uh,
crazy what like the human civilization has done in just 100 years ago. You look at you tell someone, hey, in 100 years we're gonna freeze light. They'll look at you like you're crazy.
yeah, well, people still are gonna look at it like that.
Yeah.
Because there's those people, and I'm sure there's some of those people that listen to this too that are gonna go, oh, like we can freeze light. Well, what does that do? Like who cares? And then they go, I don't want my taxpayer dollars going to this. And you're like, guess
Well,
what? Your taxpayer dollars aren't. So
right.
shh.
Yeah. But I mean, you think about like if they're freezing light, I mean, what kind of weapons could that cause? Because with every
Hmm.
good technological breakthrough, there is always going to be, okay, how can we use this for war or defense or whatever?
Sure, that's always going to go that way.
I mean, we already got like
Unfortunately.
super lasers and stuff.
But what about lasers on sharks' heads, though?
And that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
That's an
Um,
interesting idea. Somebody should put that in a movie.
we should. The first Loch Ness Monster sighting of 2025 reported.
I saw that today.
Yeah, so we're going back across the pond to visit our good friend Nessie. I hope there's no words that I'm gonna butcher in here, but I'm sure there are, even if it's simple English. A
Oh, there
dive,
definitely is, and I'm here for it.
a dive into all the details. The lurk. Oh wow, there it goes.
You can't even can't even start the sentence.
The the first Loch Ness monster sighting of 2025 was reported in January when a man visiting Dorries Beach in Scotland noticed a large mass underneath the water's surface. He provides photo evidence. Uh, there is something fishy going on at Scotland's Dorries Beach. Could it be the Loch Ness Monster? Well, it just might be because according to the Loch Ness Center, a man reported the first Nessie sighting of 2025 in January with a picture to prove it. I just thought it was brilliant because it really shows like the wave. Amy Todd, the center's marketing manager, told USA Today March 6th, and it looks like there is some kind of dark mass under the water pushing up that wave. Along the vast expanse of the loch, the photo shows a large dark mass right beneath the surface. A bit of what seems to resemble a certain mythical creature even pokes through the surface, and and though there have been countless false alarms in the past, the center isn't quite sure about this case. I don't think there's been a definitive answer for yes or no yet, Amy continued. There's just too many sightings and too many descriptions from like photos, from films, and just like witness statements as well that are all too similar. Indeed, not all hope is lost. Najina Ashok, the center's general manager, expressed her belief that the January sighting was particularly captivating. The conditions on the day of the sighting were absolutely perfect, she said on a March 5th statement on the Loch Ness Center's website. This could very well be our first significant sighting of the year, further fueling the mystery surrounding Loch Ness and its most famous resident. And yeah, so there is a picture. I'll put the links to all these sites in the show notes and description down below for you guys to click on it and see for yourself. But yeah, there's a picture of what seems to be something large and just below the surface of the water. What I say is Loch Ness. I mean, could be, I guess, or it
I
could be a
know.
turtle.
I was looking up that picture earlier.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where I guess you'd have to be there to see it as it happened. But I always say, like, I want to believe.
Oh, absolutely. I
I,
mean,
I want something to be in the
so
Loch
hard to
Ness.
tell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. I want me to be in the Loch Ness.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to be in it, but
Well, I mean,
there. Yeah,
maybe not swimming around, but
yeah, yeah,
in there.
yeah. They're in the vicinity in some shape, form, or fashion would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, in a boat would be fine. In a raft, I don't know. I'd feel a little weird about that, but
Yeah, I would go boat. Yeah, on a kayak out there.
I
Um,
might. I might. Who cares?
Fun fact, I
It's
can't
it's
swim, so I'm definitely going to be in a
oh,
large vessel.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it could be it's probably a veggie sore.
yeah.
It's fine. Not looking for us anyways.
I hope not. I did hear that there was like sightings of it on land at one point too. Like I've heard of sightings on land,
So
and so yeah, like it crossed the water. I think that's where they got because that's where they got the idea of what's the movie? Oh man, what is the movie that I am thinking of about? It's basically about Loch Ness Monster.
oh,
Um,
3 minute baby?
no.
No.
Um, oh man, it came out, man, like the early 2000s. Um,
I am not sure if I've seen that.
it's the girl. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up. I am frozen anyway. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Was it Water Horse?
You see water horse? That's
Yeah, the Water Horse.
like wow. Okay,
Yep.
Loch Ness wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
the Water Horse, Legend of the Deep. Yep. 2007.
okay.
Yeah. It's basically about the Loch Ness. A little a little boy who found an egg and cares for the egg, and what hatches out of it is a water horse. It's
Oh my.
loosely based on the Celtic water horse, so apparently that's a, Celtic thing. But yeah, because like it hatches and it's a little baby water horse, and it looks just like the pictures of like Loch Ness. I mean, loosely, but it's like small, and the little boy puts it like in the bathtub, and it's like swimming around, and he like befriends it, take care of it, and it obviously it
Is
gets
this like
bigger.
is this
Yeah,
like a B movie or
no,
oh wow.
it
It sounds like do you ever watch Mystery Science Theater?
3000. Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Do you remember Pod People?
Hmm.
Yeah. So Trumpy. It's got oh Trumpy.
Yeah. It
Trumpy's like, oh, look, they're potatoes. Oh, those are little winged potatoes.
it's but no, this one came. It was distributed by Columbia Pictures through Sony. So it was,
Okay.
yeah. I mean it
Okay.
would,
I'll have.
yeah. I mean, relatively low budget, 40 million.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, I'll watch a
Yeah,
Sea Biscuit reboot on Loch Ness, I
yeah.
guess.
I mean, yeah, because he finds the egg, it hatches, he raises it from a baby, and then I want to say somebody finds out about it, and they're trying to either kill it or take it, and he's trying to save it, and the little boy just gets older and stuff. It's one of those movies that has like a sad ending or whatever.
Like a Free Willy kind of
It's sort of,
feel to it.
yeah,
Maybe that's kind of what I'm getting here.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take my little water horse away
Mhm.
from here.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
I guess it would be Irish then, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think that
Where's my water horse? Come on, lad.
it's basically I want to say it was based in the UK, England, in like their olden days.
The olden days of 2007.
Yeah. But it's like, it takes place in like the 20s or 30s, maybe even the 40s or something. I don't remember. But
Yeah,
speaking
that's
of
probably the only
movies,
way that's going to make sense.
yeah.
Let's just go back, and then it'll seem better if it's
Yeah.
way back.
Well, I mean, a lot of movies, in my opinion, are better when they're based back then. Some of my favorite
Right?
movies are, they're based in way old times. They're not even way old. Like Saving Private Ryan is one of my favorite movies, and that was 40s during World War
Yeah.
II.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's the imagination when you're watching it.
I feel you. Look, my Batman. This is the Batman logo from the 30s, 40s. You know, that's.
Everything was better back before we were born.
It
But
seems that way,
yeah, I mean,
but you
I
know,
guess
there's
there's bad things. It would, some parts of it would suck, but
yeah.
you know,
It's like people always go, "Oh, the grass is greener." Yeah,
yeah,
but that's just because it's different.
yeah, yeah,
It's not. It's not any better. It's like, well, the grass. Okay, well, you know, I could be in Tennessee, but Florida's we're no better. Like, you know what I mean? Like the same crap's happening there.
right,
It's not like it's just different, so it's fun.
right. Yeah, it's probably why people go on vacations too. It's just a
That's
change
why
of
I go
scenery.
on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we play D&D still so much because that's our escape
Hmm.
from reality, and we love it.
Yep.
It's
Yep. I
you
mean,
know,
we touched on it last episode talking about investigations. That's our escape. Like whenever
yeah,
me and Tracy are going out, even when we're just going on an investigation, we
hmm,
almost treat it like a little mini vacation.
yep,
Um, but it's like whenever we have like a chance to kind of slip away for a couple days or something, I mean,
hmm,
just to kind of see an area where we're not at every single day, because seeing the same thing day in, day out, and whenever you
yep,
can kind of experience what other people experience on a daily basis, it's different.
sure, yeah.
I like it.
We always try to do the local stuff too. Like we want to go where
Yeah,
the locals go. That's where what I mean.
exactly.
Screw the tourist crap. I'm not into that. I want to talk to the locals. I want to
Yeah.
be like, hey man, like what do you do? How are you doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Is
and
we do that a lot. Like,
I forgot where Tracy and I went. We went somewhere, and I don't remember if it was for an investigation or what it was for, but we we stopped at like a local diner. We just went to get something to eat, and instead of
mhm,
going to like, McDonald's or, somewhere where we could just get here, we found like a little diner and we stopped there, and it was one of the best places that we've ever eaten at. And I feel like it's those types of shops and stuff that you can go to and when you're in like a foreign area,
mhm,
and it's just the best. Especially if you see like a
yeah,
lot of people there that, aren't tourists. It's just, your mom and pop area.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, because that's how you can find like the best. Like, okay, the church just let out, and a whole bunch of people are going there, so that's gonna be the best one.
Okay, that's a weird way to go with
Well,
that
I
for
mean, I'm
sure.
just saying, like,
All the church people are going there,
well,
so it
not necessarily
must be
because
good.
it's not. I'm just saying, like, not necessarily because the church people are going there, but like that's where the locals are going.
Yeah. Well, I saw all the Jewish people going in there, so that's all kosher. So that's where I'm going. You
Yeah,
know.
bad
Uh,
analogy, but
I
it
know.
resembles though.
Oh boy.
But speaking of movies, before we started, you were talking about like we could talk about like some paranormal movies and what we think about them. Um, why don't
Yeah.
you
I
go
mean,
ahead?
who doesn't love the topic of movies? I mean, I love movies.
I
You
couldn't tell
know,
you. Yeah, I mean,
we all.
I've seen my share of movies. Um, but as far as like paranormal movies go, um, I'm trying to think. I mean, I know I was talking about Annabelle. I mean, I think Annabelle is a good horror movie, but I know what it's based on and who it's based on, and that's where it kind of just sucks everything out of it.
I think it's a great, terrible movie.
Yeah, I mean, well, for it's a based on a lot of the what's supposed to be horror movies lately. I think it's a decent enough horror movie
Hmm.
where it's like you can watch it like, okay, that was a horror movie. If you just take all the Warrens and all that nonsense out of it,
Hmm.
and like, okay, and you just imagine someone thought this up one day and made a movie about it.
Sure.
It's got the imagination, it's got the creativity and stuff,
Sure. Yeah.
but I just know what it's based on, who it's based on, all that fun stuff, and it is, yeah, it is crap.
It really is. I can't. It's already hard for me to get into movies like that. Like, I don't like. So I have this thing where it's like scary movies, and I have all these separate like places for them all. You know what I mean? So like movies that actually scare me aren't like that. Like for most of my life, like Fire in the Sky was
Mm.
like the scariest movie I ever seen
I
because
wonder.
it's a true story and it can actually happen. Um, something like The Ring,
Mm,
no,
right.
I can't. That's not even a
Yeah.
feasible thing. Like I'm like, this is stupid. Like this is just dumb. Like
Yeah.
I can't even grudge or movies like that. I can't even get into that crap. What
The
scares me?
original, the original though, is far better than the American counterpart
Oh, the which one?
of both Ring
Yeah,
and The
the
Grudge. The
Japanese
Japanese,
versions. Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I saw them and they were better,
they were
you
better.
know,
Yeah,
but I still can't. I just can't like with the things coming out of the TV and the jump
yeah,
scares and the. I'm just like, this is come on, you know. And then I have my favorite, like campy, not campy, but like just really cool stories. Like Freddy, like Nightmare on Elm Street has got to be top. Like this, it's such a cool concept, of
hmm,
this guy invading your dreams and stuff. Um, but I like it when movies leave it to your imagination.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like but I was like peak, like I loved Blair Witch.
When that,
That
yes,
first,
the first one,
yeah,
yes,
it was
yes,
all the hype. Like they promoted that you thought
perfectly,
that these people were actually missing, and you were
yeah,
watching real footage, like,
yes,
and it was just so creepy to watch. And you never saw a damn thing, but it was
right.
so creepy. Like
And
they just did all the right
and an,
things. Yeah.
another one in that same concept that they promoted very well, as regardless of what people think of the movie, is Paranormal Activity, the first one.
Yep.
They promoted that one and they did it very, very well.
Yep. They did it in the same manner.
Hmm.
And I remember when that movie came out, I was like, "Oh no,
Yeah,
they're gonna give us such a bad name, like
yeah,
Paranormal Investigation." And then when I watched it, I was like, honestly, not bad.
yeah,
There's some stuff that's a little unbelievable, but
yeah,
at the same time, you're like, actually, well done. Like
yeah.
it's just formatted well. The home camera is just it,
I want to
it's
say
just it's cool.
in the first one,
I liked the second one too. I think I liked the third. There was one that I was like, all right, it's getting weird.
I want to say in the first one, it was all the security cameras, right? Or did they have did they walk around with a camcorder at all?
I think he had one in the bedroom,
Hmm.
right? He had set up a camcorder in the bedroom,
Okay.
and that's when he first started noticing things happen. So then he like started setting them up all over the place,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
you
Because
know.
I want to say like there was one of them where they had those like a couple of scenes or part of the movie. It was just like a movie, and then it showed like the thing. I think that one was weird. And
Hmm.
then there was one. I think my favorite, because I don't even know how many there are now, but
Me neither.
the first one I think it was my favorite one, and then there was one where it's the Spanish family.
Yes.
Was it Witching Hour or something like that? I don't remember what the name of it was, but I
Me
think that one
neither.
was done really good too, because it kind of went back to the horror aspect of the first one,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
stopped being cheesy, and then
Hmm.
it fell right back off.
I like their tactic too with the audio where you're watching it and before something's gonna move on the screen, like whether it could be just be the the cornflakes box moves or something like that, but they have this audio tactic where it's like,
Mm,
and you're like, okay,
yeah,
something's gonna happen, and you're looking and like nothing happens, and you're like,
mm,
wait, but you made the sound though. You made
yeah.
the something's gonna happen sound. Where is
It
it? It's
it pulled you back in. It's like, okay, you might something's
yeah,
not happening, but you might be trailing off, and they like made you pay attention. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They're interesting movies.
But you
Man.
mentioned Fire in the Sky. Um,
Hmm.
I
Scary.
think that one Tracy would agree with you. I think that one was like probably that's the reason that Tracy doesn't like aliens, I believe. I wish she was here so she could talk on it.
Because it's
Yeah.
too real, Roy.
Yeah, I don't
Um.
think I've seen it
Okay.
because she describes it to me and I don't remember if I've seen it or not now,
It's the
but
Travis.
it's a story of him. Yeah.
What's his last name? Yeah. It's phenomenal. Like I'll still watch it, and it's done in the early '90s.
I know it's an
I'll
older
but
one.
I'll
That's the
still
one with
put it
like the
on.
eye thing, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
milk and the but like I'll still put it on and go, yep, this still holds up. This is still a great movie. And it's also scary as hell.
And it's
The
grounded in reality too.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a true. It's based on a
yeah,
true story.
right. Uh,
So same thing with sorry uh the fourth kind.
mm-hmm,
You watch that one with Mila
mm-hmm.
Jovovich and
Yep.
like again like same feels there.
Yeah.
That's scary scary
Yeah.
thing, man. When they're true stories like that, it's like
Yeah.
it,
I always like the movies that are ground, even if it's not like a paranormal movie, if it, regardless what it is, if it's like grounded on like true events or based on true events.
mm-hmm.
I forgot there was another movie, it was about a bear or something, and it was based on like a true story. And it was like a horror type movie or whatever, but
Like Cocaine Bear.
no, no.
That was a great. I laughed so hard.
I haven't seen that either.
That was pretty
Um,
funny.
but it was like it was an older movie, and it was supposedly based on a true story about a bear or something. But it was good. Um,
Yeah, nice. I'm trying to remember. There was this movie that came out. Oh, Insidious.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I was like, one day I was just sitting on the couch and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna check this out, you know. And
Hmm.
I watched the whole movie and I was like, all right, like that was very interesting. I thought that was a really cool take on like paranormal stuff. Like no
Yeah,
one had really. It was kind of poltergeisty,
yeah. Where
but
they like went
aside
to the
from
other
that,
realm and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But so it was along those lines. But I thought they did really well with that one.
Yeah, I think that
Um,
was like also one that the first one is the best one.
yep.
Uh, another fun fact, Tracy and I's first date. So I, we had an interesting first date. I love it though, because we had it was almost like it captured us. I'm not trying to turn it into story time about our first date and all, but we we went to the movies at the end of our first date and we saw uh I remember what chapter it was. It was Insidious. Is there one about like a red key or the key or something?
I lost track after I think I watched the second one, and then I was like, wait, how many are there?
Yeah,
So,
whichever one came out in 2018 is we went to the movies and saw it. So I that one will probably be my favorite one, but I think the first one is the best one. Um, and I think that one it was like the dad was like trapped in the other dimension or whatever,
okay.
and it had that lady because I think I missed a couple up leading up to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I saw the first two and then missed some, and then we went and saw that one in the theaters. Um, and then, did you watch Hereditary?
I didn't.
No.
I don't think it runs in my family.
Yeah, I want to say that one's based on, I don't know what it was based on. It was supposed to be like culty. I mean, I guess you can call, would you consider not the occult, but cults, uh, paranormal, like, because
uh,
there were, they had like, um, there was paranormal stuff to it. So like, I'm trying to remember the movie as it went, but like the like things would happen or whatever. I don't know, but that was just
things,
yeah, things would
things do
happen.
happen in movies.
Yeah,
That is true.
but
You know,
like
things
when
happen.
like people get almost like a like an actual poltergeist, like the living creates a spirit. I'm probably gonna get some hate in the comments. Like that's not what happened in the movie. It's not what the movie is about. I just thought that was it was supposed to be a horror movie, but it was just funny. 'Cause you have to watch it. You'll understand. A lot of people love it. Like a lot of when that movie came out, it had like a cult following. That was a few years ago, but
Yeah.
me and
And
Tracy,
there's nothing paranormal about a cult following. Just
no,
saying.
no, no. But I mean, me and Tracy kind of just at the end of it, like, what the freak did we just watch?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. You have to watch it. At the end,
Those are
yeah,
fun. Those are fun.
yeah.
See, I don't see. Let's see. Cloverfield
Cloverfield was great.
was so fucking good. Like I remember putting that on. Like this is back when we didn't work like normal working hours and we worked like nights and stuff. But Cleo and I were up at like I don't know. It was like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're like, let's lay down, like let's go to sleep and just put something on. And we're like, let's put on Cloverfield. Let's see what this is about. And glued,
Yeah,
like glued to the
so good.
TV until it was over, and we looked out and it was like daylight, and we're like, what was that? It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so damn good. Love that
And
movie.
yeah, that was I love monster movies. I mean, even
Yeah.
though it takes you out of that that realism or that, grounded in reality.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if they're done, that's another one. If it's done right, it's good. Cloverfield, perfect example. And even its sequels I thought were really good. What's the other
One
one?
one of them I didn't get. Well, one of them was cool, but I didn't really. And then there was the other one. There's the one with John Goodman.
Yeah, that's something Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, that's like Cloverfield Lane, which was
I thought that was good. It was almost
very interesting.
yeah, I
It
thought
like
it was a good movie, but I was like, how does this tie into Cloverfield? And then I'm like,
at the very
oh,
end.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
You're like,
okay.
all right.
Yeah.
And then they did What the hell was the other one?
My mind keeps wanting to say paradox or something.
Oh, maybe that's you. I think you're right.
It's not. All right, let's
Yeah,
ask
I think it
Google.
was. It was Cloverfield Paradox.
Um,
And for some reason, I don't remember that one. Is that because it was bad?
um, it was so 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, the Cloverfield paradox.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That I think I remember that being terrible, right?
yeah, yeah. It was. They were like not on Earth, and then
Yeah,
at the end of it, they just got like swallowed. When they came back to Earth, they were just like swallowed by the Cloverfield monster or something.
the one that was already there
Yeah.
in the first movie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because weren't they
That was
trying to like go back in time or something like that? They were trying to do like a paradox event where they could like travel back and like prevent it from happening or something, and then they failed and they ended up just going in space and coming back or something.
yeah, great idea for a movie.
Yeah.
Let's just make a whole just it
Yeah.
it it fails in the movie and it fails as a movie. So let's just make that one. Uh,
Um,
but there was one that really surprised us. It was called Monsters.
mhm.
You ever seen that one?
No.
That one's really good.
Is it?
Like, yeah, it's definitely like has that kaiju feel to it, um, like Cloverfield does, but like this was before Cloverfield, I think, and it was just called Monsters. We were sitting there just trying to figure out what to watch, and we're like, "What's Monsters? Screw it." Another one. We're just like eyes open the whole time, just going, "Whoa!" Like, cool. It
Pretty soon
definitely
I got to
has.
watch that.
Yeah, Monsters is really good.
I was just reading too when I was looking at the Cloverfield uh sequels or whatever. Apparently, A Quiet Place is
Mm,
supposed to be it was supposed to be the fourth film, but they
really?
changed it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, it says in April 2018, it was revealed that A Quiet Place was developed as a potential fourth film in the franchise, but Paramount and its respective screenwriters decided that it would work better as a standalone film. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
but that's interesting.
They're probably right.
Yeah. Favorite kaiju or favorite monster in a movie though?
Ooh. Man, honestly, I'm probably gonna have to go old school Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh, nice. Yeah, I mean the original.
Yeah,
You know what I
got
mean?
to. The
The OG.
best.
You got to go the OG. And
Actually,
if I good.
I was gonna say I actually got this when we went to the battleship
Oh,
at
did you?
that same
Nice.
store you and Cleo went.
Oh God, we went so many places.
It was a
Oh,
comic
the
store.
comic shop.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we visited a couple of those. One was really good though.
Yeah. It
I
was the
think
one that was like right across the street from like the vintage one
the
or something.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
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 I forgot which one we got it from, but it was in one of them. Got
yeah.
that, and there was another one I got from there too. It's Rodan.
I got this from that comic book shop when we were there. My little my little in
Nice,
he sits on my work computer.
nice.
Yeah, he comes with little cool things like this.
Nice.
The little,
I love it when
little
stuff comes with accessories.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and if we go back, like on older movie like Rosemary's Baby,
hmm,
like good old original stuff like that. Plus, I'm still in love with Mia Farrow. I think she's like one of the greatest and most beautiful actresses we've ever seen. Like
yeah,
she's top notch, great.
I feel like movies in that era were obviously different, but they're they can't replicate that era of horror movies, regardless if it's like supernatural based or
Hmm.
just like slasher based or anything. Like I know Scream has a following, and to me, it's the first one was fine, And
I
then
liked the first one. Yeah.
yeah, and then I felt like they didn't need to do any more. It was fine. It just turned into copycat killers. And but when you go back to that era of horror movies, you got your Halloween, your Michael Myers, like you mentioned earlier, Freddy,
Mm-hmm.
Children of the Corn,
Mm-hmm.
um, and my personal favorite, Jason, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Um, oh, come on.
I don't
But
care for it.
I love Jason, and I hate what they have done with him in the remakes.
Yeah. No, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, like cool. You know what I mean? It's just the older I got. I was like, one guy, this is a Freddy versus Jason kind of,
Yeah, I think
situation.
that's where
Like Freddy's
Jason goes to
cooler.
hell.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean
And I'm
like
just saying, like I
the
was gonna say Freddy versus Jason, that's even that is where they lost it. Like it had already lost
yeah,
its
yeah,
its shine, its appeal. For
yeah.
the Jason Goes to Hell and like Jason X or something, they
Hmm.
were just garbage. I think
Yeah.
9 or 8 was the last good one in my opinion.
Yeah. I just mean from like in the 80s, it was like there was the people that liked Freddy, there was the people
Yeah,
that Jason.
yeah,
And I'm like, well, this guy like infiltrates your dreams and like kills you in your dreams and you die in real life.
yeah,
This guy has a hockey mask and a chainsaw and he walks after you pretty slow.
yeah.
Like I'm like, so
But
Jason
it's
never really like. I was like,
yeah, but it
a
was like
chainsaw guy.
that. Well, it was always like you could like run as fast as you can from Jason, and like you said, he's like as it. I liked it
But
too
he'd be like,
because it
like,
yeah, but it'd be like because it carried that continuity too. So if something happened to Jason in one of the movies, it followed all of them. Where you have these other movies where okay, this happened to him here, but you can't tell it in this next one because either
mm-hmm.
he's healed or something. And like, yeah, I forgot what happened to Jason's leg, but he started like limping and then he just started like dragging his leg or whatever
Mm,
and stuff. And then he stayed like that until like I think it was Jason Goes to Hell where he was like reborn. But like Jason would be like dragging his leg, chasing you and stuff, walking super slow. And then like you turn around and look and you turn around and he's right in your face because
yeah, yeah,
he's like that, I guess a demon. I don't know. Like it's
yeah.
I don't know. I always like that. And then
He's got his own little wormhole.
yeah, and then like I guess they tried to answer that in the that latest remake in like 2009 where he like goes underground or something. I was like, I don't like that. Keep it
Yeah.
supernatural. But my
Also,
favorite one I think is Jason Takes Manhattan, where he's boxing the guy.
oh God, yes, I remember that.
I thought that was hilarious. I think I watched that when I was like 5, maybe
You know
even
what I,
younger.
you know what I think would have been cooler is like you got Jason, you put him in a hockey mask, give the man a hockey stick.
Yeah,
Let him just kill people with hockey sticks.
yeah.
Maybe a Jersey Devils jersey on. You know what I mean? Like something
Like
like that.
even like the cheesier like movies back then that were supposed to be horror were better. Like Gremlins. I'm frozen. There we go.
Oh
But
yes, I love the Gremlins.
Gremlins are like oh, there's my thingy there. Okay, I should be coming back.
Damn weather.
Back. It might come back. But yeah, Gremlins and Critters were like my favorite thing when I was younger.
Yeah, both really good movies.
Oh, but
Gremlins is great. The
yes,
Gremlins is
the first
Gremlins
one is almost
way
perfection.
way better than Critters in my eyes for sure.
I still need to see the new Critters. I have it on DVD, but I haven't even opened it.
Oh, did you hear that they're rebooting Starship Troopers?
I haven't heard that.
Yes, they are in talks about it apparently, and like keeping it more to the like core, like the book material. So that should be interesting because that was a very B movie that I adore.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Well,
It's
it's
so
my
bad. So good.
Well, I was gonna say, since my camera has gone on the fritz here, I think, and we've been going for quite a while, um, we're gonna wrap it here. So
We'll wrap it up.
you can follow me at everything Kappa Paranormal. Follow the Facebook page, like the Facebook page, and subscribe here if you haven't. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Drop down in your comment in the comment section what your favorite paranormal or spooky movie is, and let's get some
Ghostbusters.
hearts. There you go. We didn't even talk about Ghostbusters, but put some hearts in the comments for Aaron. And as always, I have been Kevin Leonard. That has been Seth Converse, and this has been In to the Paranormal.